Hey, 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 groovy guys and groovy girls. This is your old pal Rockin' Rob with Teacher Tech Corner, talking today about basic HTML understanding tags. So first we got to cover a little business, you know what I'm saying? So the thing I've been hearing is that some people think that these videos are like dry as three-day-old toast in the Mojave Desert, like boring and not exciting. We here at Teacher Tech Corner listen to the input of our fans and minions, and we'll be taking measures to come across a lot more like a rock star. All right, yeah, so now back to our regularly scheduled program. Yes, what is HTML, boys and girls? HTML is short for Hypertext Markup Language. Hypertext means text with links to other documents. Hyperlinks. Markup language means that the code used helps format the appearance of the text we're going to use. Dig? Yeah. Okay, so you can like dig what I'm saying here. I have an example, and over here we have some code, and in fact it's HTML code. And over here is what the code results in if we put it in a browser. So this over here is our code, and this is what the code looks like in a browser. This is your code on a browser. So like for example, here's this section up here called a header. And a header is larger and bolder and bigger than other text. This is a paragraph, and inside of a paragraph I can change some of the text to italics or bold. And I can even put links. This here is a link to google.com. So let's take a look over here, and here's what the code looks like. There's HTML, there's head, there's title, there's stuff. Okay, what does it all do, and how do I work with it at all even, okay? So for an example, here's some code that we wrote and broke it up into paragraphs and like typed the stuff in there and put line breaks and stuff. But like when you put that in there without any code, without any HTML, it's going to show up in your browser like this. It says, hello world, no tags, but then we can't even break up our text. So we can be lazy and just put the text in there, but it's going to come back looking like this. And no amount of screaming or cajoling or temper tantrum throwing will make it appear in paragraphs or bold or italics or headers or pictures or anything interesting that we understand to be cool on the web today, babies. Yeah. So that leads us down this delightful groovy road to paired tags. What are paired tags, you're going to ask? For sure. I dig it. Tags are the pieces of code that format the text. I know, still makes no sense. Tags nearly always come in pairs since they must sit on each side of the text they format. Okay, let's take a look at an example then, okay? So, for example, let's take a look at this here. We have strong. Now, here's the word strong inside of some neat little angle brackets, and here's the end strong tag. And they apply to this part here that says, this is bold text. So here's your code in the browser. And then like, yeah, this is bold text. You know what I'm saying? Bold, like, yeah, strong. And then here's like emphasized. Actually, it's italics. Like, yeah, you're really bold, dude, for sure. Huh. So here's your code in a browser. So the tags are paired because this one here for EM or italics goes on one side, and the end tag goes on the other. It says, hey, quit doing that formatting thing there, man. So here we got italics. The P ones are for paragraphs. Very groovy. So each page needs to have its very own set of tags. We start off with one that says doc type HTML. And that just says, hey, browser, we are speaking HTML, so don't come at me with that like French or German or Russian. Lay on me some HTML, babies. Then we have one that says HTML again. And what this one does, open and close, I just typed them both first. They come in pairs, and it says everything in between here is the HTML code. Anything outside of it isn't. Okay? Then there's this two major sections within there. The first one is called head, dude. And then there's an end head tag. We'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, head, and then if there's a head, what's the head attached to? That's right, the body, dude. So let's put the body tags in. I'm always going to type them both in pairs before I do anything else major. So I got the head section and the body section. Now, very important, inside the head section we put the title. And I type in the tag, which is the angle bracket, and I say title, and then I go, here is my title. Yes. And then I put the end tag in there. Yeah, and then when I show up over here, it goes up in the window over here that says, here's my title. So there's nothing on the page for that title. It's up in the tag, the tab on the browser window. Yeah. So in the body section, now I'm going to put something called the header. Let's have it do it like this. It goes H1, and there's 6 sizes of headers. And I'm going to say H1, this is totally a header. Dude. And there's my end tag, H1. Paragraphs go like this, P, and then you put the end paragraph tag, like that. And inside there I can write a whole bunch of paragraph stuff. Okay, so there's my paragraph. What's that look like when I get over to my browser? Well, when I get to my browser, it's just going to appear like this. So here's my header, and right here is my paragraph. Now the browser is kind of squished right now, so I'm going to pull it out here. And there we go. Here's my header, and here's my paragraph. And if I want to add some other formatting, I'm going to go into my text for my code, and I'm going to say, hey, let's put some italics or some other stuff in there. Let's say a whole paragraph here. And I'm going to give it the emphasize, EM, which is italics, and I go end EM. So notice they are paired because there's the opening tag and there's the closing tag. So to review, we got HTML is short for hypertext markup language. Hypertext means that there's links in the text to other documents. These are called hyperlinks. And the markup language means that the code used around the text helps to format the way it's going to look. Yeah? Okay? And it's very important that we use paired tags because tags are pieces of code that format the text. If you want to have a paragraph, you got to have paragraph tags. Otherwise, all your text is going to run together, babies. Tags in here always come in pairs. We'll talk about the one exception to that later on, but they always come in pairs since they have to sit side by side outside the text they're going to format. So if I want to have italics, I got to use italics tags on each side of the text I want to have italicized. Yeah, okay. So we're going to learn some more about this later, but until then, this is Rock and Roll Rob, your HTML super rock star. Okay, and peace out, babies. Bye.